let's go.
Hey, 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 we love you.
Hey y'all, we live, we live, we live.
Girl, you
What's up,
sound like you trying to
everybody?
hype yourself up. That sounded real sad.
I'm trying to psych myself. I'm so y'all. Yeah. I had physical therapy and I just feel like I done been beat. Like
I
I'm
understand.
dreading going to physical therapy.
I understand, girl.
Hate it.
But
So
it's gonna help your soul, girl. It's gonna help you.
I want to celebrate my sister, y'all.
What's up with your sister?
My sister joined the 50 Club
Hey, okay.
last Saturday. She joined the 50 Club.
Yes, Suzanne or Suzette. Suzette.
Suzette, yep, she 50.
Shout out to Miss Suzette for joining the 50 Club. She about to do
Yeah,
it.
she a
Happy
grown.
belated birthday.
Yeah,
She a grown up now.
her doing grown up things now. She a
You know,
big girl.
when we were little, I used to call her my snister because that bitch was a snitch.
You
You
know
should have
what?
been
Yep.
so bad.
The thing is how you gonna extort somebody and get your payment and then still tell?
The question is, how many times does dumb ass fall for it?
That's what I'm about to say. How many times you go for that? It only
Okay.
took one time for me.
All right, touche. I fell for it every time, but she said, I'm not gonna tell.
Mm.
Because after the first time, you ain't get nothing.
Yeah,
Girl.
yeah. I used to get it all the time. I was bad, y'all. I think that was my love language. See, you know, my love language is physical touch, and I believe that always extended back to getting ass whoopings too.
Is that what you telling yourself? Okay.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. Like my love language is physical touch, and then I have to think that if my mama didn't whoop me once a week or so, she didn't love me.
Mm.
Physical
Is that
touch.
the new justification for being a badass girl? Go tell
Okay,
that lie to somebody who gonna
but
believe
yeah,
it.
I believe so because you know it.
Hmm.
It was like I needed reminders.
So there's a lot to
Okay.
unpack there. So we're going to have a
Right.
special on that.
That's gonna be a whole separate episode because baby, you sound crazy as fuck right now.
How many of us in that 45 plus group probably do because that was the love language that our parents gave us back then.
Let me tell you something. One of my love languages, well, I ain't even finna lie. Mine is not really physical touch. I was finna, nope, can't even tell that lie. Okay, but that being said, I don't look back and reminisce about nan ass whooping that I got growing up. Like, girl, you
Let
don't
me
even.
tell you something. Now this is on the real now. So
Okay.
Dr. Gamor Mate, I follow him.
Mm,
And I found him because I was listening to this podcast called Last Day.
okay.
And the reason she started this podcast is her brother died of an opioid overdose.
Mm,
And she met another girl whose brother also died of an opioid overdose. And she was trying to understand how they grew up in the same house and she didn't have the same issues that he did and the need to, become a drug addict. Well, one of the
okay.
things he said is, but we have the same parents. And what
Okay.
Dr. Mate said is, no, you didn't.
That's very true.
And I had to unpack that for a minute. But when he explained it, it was like, wow. He said, you had the parents that you had at that stage in life. You were their firstborn. You know, they probably were nervous Nellies about it and this, that, and the other. She said, yeah, but they were harder on me than they were him because I think because he was a boy, right? He said, well, you have to think about this. He may have turned to drugs because while you deemed it as being harder on you than him, he deemed it as they didn't care. Because think about it. If they kept, tabs on what you were doing and where you were going and what time you came in, but they didn't do the same to him, it could seem like I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Now that you put it that way, because all of us are different. We're all different. We're born different. Even if we have the same parents, yes, we don't have the same parents, but also we're not the same people.
Very true.
My sister is very nonchalant, so I feel, about things. However, she's let me know that she's not as nonchalant as I think she is. It just appears that way to me, right? Because everybody's process is different.
Yes,
Very
it's a
true.
difference between being nonchalant and being laid back. A lot of people mistake
Right.
being laid back as being nonchalant, and that's not the case.
Right.
Just because I may slow walk something, don't mean I ain't gonna get the job done. But at the same time, I'm not gonna just rush out there and make mistakes. I'm gonna take my time, process everything, and make sure I'm doing everything correctly. It just depends on how you look at it.
And
Right. And to
also,
somebody like me that's like, go, 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 it seems like you don't give shit and you're going to do it whenever you may be late or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And to me, when I think of people being late, I think they don't give a shit.
But even rushing, you can still be late.
right. Well, and let me jump in to say, this we weaving all over the place. This is a whole lot of topics rolled in one because right now you're talking about emotional intelligence. To really be able to understand what another person is thinking and feeling, you have to first be able to discern appropriately what you are thinking and feeling. And you have to be able to identify the relevant feelings and thoughts and emotions that are coming up. And most people don't know them beyond angry or happy or sad, maybe joyful, right? We don't talk about resentment enough. We don't talk about grief. We don't talk about feeling rejected. We don't talk about feeling isolated. We don't we don't talk about feeling undervalued, let alone many of the more intricate emotions that one can feel going through things. And we don't even have the language for that as children, right? All we know is we just got our ass beat, or mommy and daddy were yelling at us, or grandma, whoever was raising us, was yelling at us. We hid something because we saw somebody else get in trouble, so we didn't want to do it. And most times we didn't always change the behavior. We just learned how to do that shit way sneakier, so we didn't get caught the next time, right? And so there's a whole lot happening in this conversation, but I want to be careful that we don't set a precedent because y'all know how folks like doing the internet. You know what they say? No, bitches. We are not saying that if you got your ass beat, your love language is automatically going to be touched.
No, that was me saying that. I was
No, I know.
I was saying it in jest.
I know,
So,
but I'm gonna put that disclaimer out there because y'all know how folks do. You get what I'm saying?
take the ball and run with it. And be like a Dallas Cowboy. We won't be going nowhere. The playoffs is not that direction.
So that being said, y'all, disclaimer, we are not saying that getting your butt whooped, whether it was gentle parenting or they was pulling switches out the backyard, means that your love language is going to be touched when you get older.
That's just no crazy gyps love language. Y'all don't be following me. Don't be following me because I'm never gonna grow up. So don't follow me.
And let's not talk about the fact that you lost all credibility when your ass fell for her bullshit more than once. And she
I did. I slept for that. I'm gullible, so y'all don't follow me. Please don't follow me, because
Don't
one,
follow her.
you gonna be gullible, and two, you gonna get beat up.
Her
So
ass gonna drive you off the
don't
damn
follow
cliff.
me. Don't follow me. You're gonna lose all your money and you're gonna get beat up. Don't follow me.
Look,
Don't
in
be.
case y'all don't know what she referencing, we talking about the time that Gypsy admitted on the episode that she was gonna throw hands on her younger niece and got that ass whooped. And you know
Right.
what? I give you kudos for even owning up to that,
I
because
own up to that, because let me tell you something. The fact is that this heifer was like 14 at the time. And I'm figuring, oh, I could take this bitch. She ain't not finna get this. And when I tell you she's strong as an ox, I think she used to pick cotton in her last episode of her. I think she done been here before, and she used to pick cotton and throw the bells over her back like that. Because when I tell you that heifer took me and threw me down on the ground like I was a piece of paper, child, let me tell you, I got mollywopped that day. What? She mopped the mollywop that day. Girl. She mopped the floor with me. And I was just like sitting there like in shock. And then I said, well, shit, I need to hire this bitch as my bodyguard.
Get yourself together, Jay. Get yourself together.
That when I tell you I love my babies, like my little sister, let me tell you, her baby is her all over again, but she just little. Yeah, I said little.
But that's why you don't never underestimate nobody.
That's
Never.
right.
Because you never
listen,
know who out here in MMA, you
I
Right.
just don't know.
promise
I believe she got a belt. And she ain't even let nobody know who. I'm like, this ain't even fair. Look, Mike Tyson ass.
oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something my daddy told me, and he wasn't good for a lot of things, but there was a handful of things he taught me that really made sense. And one of them was, baby, the bigger they are, the harder them bitches fall. Okay?
Right.
You
I was a
it
big
don't
girl.
matter.
I was a big girl trying to get up on her, and I was like, I'm finna beat that bitch ass. And so I'm finna beat this bitch ass. And she said, like, oh, oh,
Oh my God.
right.
She had them rated E hands. They for everybody.
Listen,
She
everybody
did.
can get it.
She did, but the thing is I didn't even recognize the Sean, which is so bad, right? Yeah, I could get these hats. You right, sure. I could get the listen.
Oh
When
my
I tell you that's what bullies need though.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
truth.
Bullies need to pick on somebody that they underestimate and get their ass handed to them, and they won't be bullies anymore.
And let me
No,
tell
they
you
won't.
something. Don't underestimate the quiet ones. See, I was the
They
one that
crazy.
got bullied for a short period of time in school until they find out quiet didn't mean ass whooping for free. Okay. Because again, that was one lesson he instilled in me. You gonna beat their ass or you gonna come home and get this ass whooping. Pick one. Well, I wasn't finna go home and get one, right?
You wasn't gonna get two because you got one for being out in the street,
Right. And then
they go to the house,
right.
ass whooping, and
We
then
wasn't do that.
ass whooping get another one. Oh,
Right. We wasn't finna do that. So I kept the crazy contained until there was a reason to bring it out. And then they got all of it at once. Then I kindly bottled it back up until the next time.
that's okay, but your let's just say that your reputation preceded you, because all you have to do is beat one.
Facts.
And then, like, all you got to do for real, is beat one.
Facts.
And rumors will be like, nah, don't fuck with her. She crazy.
Oh, facts. Every time we move, and I started a new school. I'm the quiet one, right? I'm an introvert. If y'all know me in real life, you know in most situations, I'm gonna be in the corner just observing. That's just me. I watch, I pay attention, I observe. And then I'll engage once I feel comfortable and I get to know people, right? But yeah, quiet don't mean punk. And so every time we moved, there was always that group. Oh, she the new kid. Oh, okay. And the new kid stayed quiet until she had enough. And you finna take this ass whipping and go and let the bulletin be passed. Leave me the fuck alone. And the crazy thing was, how we get on the subject, I don't even know. But the crazy thing was, I always tried to let people walk away. Like, no lie. Or no cap, as the kids say nowadays.
Chance to throw in the tag.
Like, I was the crazy one, be like, we ain't gotta do this. Like, just go about your, why? And they be like, why you sitting here talking? Put them hands up. Let's go on and get to it. Oh, you must be scared. And I'm trying to walk away. And I learned it took me.
I'm not scared. I'm crazy, and you finna go to the hospital.
Listen, it took me one time. I swear to God, y'all, it took me one time to learn. Don't turn your back on folks. Because prior to that one time, I would always just walk away. Now, if they put their hands on me, we finna go to war, and it's over. But this one time, I turned my back, and this girl knocked the fuck out of me. Oh, baby, she got it. We was rolling down the hill fighting. She got it. And to this day, she got a scar on her face. And I told her when I did it, I said, you'll remember me for the rest of your days.
Let me tell you something.
And they never bothered me again.
I love my snister.
You love your sister?
My snister is crazy.
Your sister? She crazy too?
I told you.
She said she's crazy too. As in also.
Crazy, honey. She crazy. Every Capricorn I've met is crazy. She's crazy.
She crazy. Okay.
Like, she quiet. But if you bother her, she done.
Listen.
Y'all about to have me out here being so inappropriate because I got so much shit to say about everything y'all saying, but I'm like, I'm not even gonna go there.
Listen, let me tell you something, Sean. Let me tell you something, Sean.
What's that?
You need to watch them damn quiet people, because them quiet people, they won't say nothing, but they steady plotting. They like 1 + 2 + 3.
And then we need the 1 + 8 + 20, and it's half that ass whooping.
And when they get you, they got you.
So that was one thing I was gonna say, because they be quiet because they be listening to the voices in their head.
Facts. No. So I had somebody ask me that. I had somebody ask me that last week, was it? He said, how many voices you got in your head? I said 5. And I can tell you their motherfucking names too. Don't play with me. There's personalities. Now, I ain't crazy. I'm very sane. But I got layers to the personality that have to be identified, so I know what to bring out where.
I'm a Gemini, and they already assume that I got at least 2 voices. But I do have a motherfucker say, hit this bitch. And then I have another one say, you go to jail.
So you do gotta be a little crazy to stay sane in this world. I do agree with that.
Right.
Listen, I am very clear. I am sane. However, there's layers and levels to this thing that allows me to function in this bullshit that we call Earth. You understand? I got the person that shows up in the professional space.
Woo!
I got the person that does the podcast. I got the person that shows up in most of my personal spaces. And then I got 2 other people that, depending on how you want to operate,
what's up?
Them might have to come out.
And
right. So I am very clear. And you know what's funny? I did a photo shoot. It was either last year or the year. No, I think it was the year before. I did a boudoir shoot, right?
Right.
And so, but when I started the photo shoot versus when we finished, for those of you that don't know what a boudoir shoot is, it is fine art. It's normally, it doesn't have to be naked.
It's lingerie, girl. Tell me.
No, it could be anything from naked to fully clothed, but it's usually considered fine art. And there is more of a seductory or sultry or sensual aspect to it, right? So anyway, They ended up asking me, "Oh, you got different personalities?" And we had a whole conversation about it. It was dope as hell because they could see from when I first walked in to getting into the shoot to by the time the shoot was over, the different layers of me that came out.
Oh wow.
You get what I'm saying? Right. So, and we all have it. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, we
We all
do.
have different layers of how we show up. Just some of us are able to exploit them more. Some of us are able to navigate them more. Some of us are mentally challenged. Some of us may be considered gifted, right?
So
Some of us,
when you started, you had coveralls on, and when you finished, you was butt ass naked. That's what you're
I was
saying?
butt ass naked, dog.
No, not that you exploiting mentally challenged though. I'm trying to understand what you mean.
No, I said some of us
Well,
know how to exploit the personalities.
I know, but you actually said mentally challenged. I
And
wish.
then I said some of us know how to exploit it. Some of us are mentally challenged.
Right. So what that mean? What you mean by that?
did she touch a sore point with you?
Right. Is you feeling some kind of way?
He did. I'm feeling some kind of way, and I'm trying to make sure I'm justified.
Is you ain't you feeling some kind of way? So when I say mentally challenged, I also want to hold space that there are people that have diagnosis, right? They really do hear voices. They really do have
Schizophrenics.
Well, they might be schizophrenic.
They
might be bipolar.
They're called schizophrenics that hear the actual voices. They're called schizophrenics.
Girl, you talking to me like I don't fucking know. I got 3 degrees.
But talk to the people that don't know, that don't have degrees.
I understand that. I'm being
No. Seriously, in all seriousness, because of the fact, especially in the Black community, right?
I understand where you're going.
There have been generations that basically they would, for lack of a better word,
under the rug.
Right. And they would be like, Uncle Johnny down in the basement, don't talk to him, cause he hear people talking to him. Or
no, I understand where you're going.
You see what I'm saying? But the thing is they never explained why they didn't want you to talk to Uncle Johnny, because they didn't know
themselves.
They didn't want you to talk to Uncle Johnny.
But I'm being intentional. The reason I am not getting into diagnoses and labels is I am being intentional that I am not a licensed therapist. I do not practice. And that was a choice, right? I made a very strategic choice on how I wanted to use my education, right? We don't have a licensed therapist on here with us right now.
Exactly.
So I don't want to get into labels.
Diagnoses.
Right. And that's why I'm not giving.
But then there are people without diagnoses, but your family has just labeled you as weird.
That too. But so let me finish my point. The reason that I am not giving specific labels and diagnoses is because we don't have a licensed therapist on here right now. And I want to be very respectful of that. And we also don't have a psychiatrist on here with us right now, or a medical doctor. So I want to be respectful of that, because if we open that up, rightfully so, that would lead people to have questions that we don't need to be answering, right? Even though I have the degrees, even though I have the education, even though I have the experience, I have 25 years in the field. But because I chose not to be licensed, there are still certain things that I won't delve into out of respect for those that are licensed and stand in my motherfucking lane. Now, I have been reaching out to some of my counterparts and I don't trust everybody. I don't give a fuck what kind of license you have, because some of the asses don't deserve a license. So even though I know
tests.
Very true. So even though I know different people in the field, I'm very intentional on who I put my brand on to say, hey, come on here with us. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I have been looking at bringing somebody on the podcast to go live with us one day and answer questions. But until we have them here, there are certain things y'all notice. I'll talk about certain things, but I'm always skirt around when I feel like it's getting too close to we need to respect our lane. So that's why I'm not labeling.
I'm gonna respect my lane, and I'm just gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna
Yes.
respect my lane, but I'm gonna tell you this.
Yes.
There are a lot of people out here that really do need to be diagnosed.
Very true.
But because of the stigma attached to diagnosis, are reluctant, especially in our community.
Very
And
true.
I can only speak to the Black community because that's the one I belong to.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel you on that, and I mean that's one thing that part of the reason why we do this podcast to get people to realize that you can't just stigmatize things, and you got to look past what you were brought up learning or what you were taught, and you got to understand that yes, mental health is a thing, and you got to embrace it, and you got to work towards having good mental health, even if you are out there.
right,
It's still something that you need to think about. It's not something that needs to still be bastardized.
right.
When you talk to the younger generations, you need to let them know that hey, it's okay to not feel all right and to say I don't feel all right and to seek help so that you can feel all right. So
And that's
we're
why,
trying
guys,
to move past all of that stuff that from our grandparents and our parents and our great grandparents, because they didn't know, they weren't taught, no one showed them.
When what they were told was when certain
We're not talking about what they were told. We
no
talking about what they weren't told.
I do want to talk about what they were told. What they were told when certain behaviors and stuff showed up in the family, they didn't talk about it because if you talked about it, you would be ostracized.
So for
that's what we're trying to get past. That's why I said we're not
of,
talking about what they were told.
Right. So for the sake of this episode, because this is not what we said we were going to talk about tonight, and I want to respect that.
We talking about resolutions. I know. We getting there.
Get pull it back together, girl. That being said, for the sake of this episode, let's table this to next week. Because there are certain things that we can talk about. We can absolutely talk about some of the cultural nuances. We can talk about the cultural experiences. But what I don't want to do is dive into that conversation and then shortchange it or do it an injustice by rushing and trying to fit. You understand? So if we're going to talk about it, let's do it justice and talk about it
next week. We're going to talk about it. Now we're going to talk about resolutions.
Gypsy crazy ass brought it up, so
She be honest every week.
That's because I have diagnoses.
Girl.
Diagnoses. And so yes, I can bring it up because I have diagnoses.
You got
I do want to say what's up, Jen. I hope you're all right out there in LA.
Welcome. Oh, Jen, please tell me you're not in the impacted area. I have cousins out there.
She is.
No.
Let me say this before we segue. If you all notice, so we're going to talk about this next week. We'll go more in depth with what is in our lane to talk about based on the cultural experiences, the family experiences, right? So we'll bring that back up next week. But I do want to, for clarity's sake, make sure that people understand. When I was joking earlier about, well, I wasn't really joking. It is true for me. I have 5 layers to the personality that I engage with. That's very true. I ain't gonna bullshit that. That being said, I want to make sure that people understand the distinction of what I was saying. What I was saying was there are people that know how to exploit the personalities that they use in different situations. There are people that have mental health issues. There are people that are considered gifted, right? And then there are people that maybe don't have a diagnosis and a whole spectrum of other people having experiences. We can laugh about what we experience while also still holding safe space. And I want to make sure that people understand that, while also holding safe space for someone that is having a different experience. So it's okay for us to talk about what we experience personally, right? Without it being negative or inflammatory towards someone else's experience. And mental health is one of those things that sometimes when we talk about our things, it can make other people feel a certain way when they are truly dealing with someone. So I
But
have a friend that has some mental health issues that I don't talk like this with them out of respect for. This is too close to home and may affect them in a different way. And I just want to be clear about that before we move on, so that anybody that sees this understands I can talk about my shit while still holding safe space for other people to deal with theirs. And so can all of us, right?
so let me just say this, okay? Laughter is also a way of coping. A lot of people don't understand that. But I want to say this, because this is something I had to tell somebody earlier this week that was asking me, like earlier between last week's segment and today, about somebody that was asking me about some mental health issues. And I said, some people do not seek mental health diagnosis until late in life, because most of us 45 plus get late in life diagnoses because we were always just labeled as strange, weird, etc. But something finally triggered us to go get help. Maybe it's grief or some other form of trauma, and then we got an official diagnosis. And then I went on to say that in my case, as an African American, it was just not acceptable to seek mental health treatment in our community. Thus, I have had a late age stage diagnosis. And I think back to how much my life could have been different had I known that I was not just socially awkward, but wired different. And so
you wanted to take us right back into this conversation.
I just, because that's the thing, is I want people to understand that that it's not that we're making fun of it or anything like that, because a lot of it is our own way of coping with our uncomfortability, for lack of a better word, with it. And so yes, we will be back next week to really delve into it. But right now, let's get into these resolutions and whether or not you got your ass on that treadmill yet or not.
Well, and then I'm looking at the fact that Rodney ain't even here, and it was his damn topic. So,
I mean, that was his topic, but
his resolution was to be on time and be present for the podcast, and he has failed. So no, he's not following his fucking resolution. So next,
Sean.
So, well, me personally, I don't make resolutions.
Yeah.
Because, when you make a resolution, you generally don't stick to it. What I do is I make my mind up to do something, and that's just that. So I don't make resolutions because I think resolutions are bullshit. I think that's just something somebody just said one day and it stuck, and that's just what it is. But no, I mean, because if you make your mind up to say, hey, I'm gonna get in better health in 2025, then that's just what you do. Whether you go to the gym every day or not doesn't matter. What matters is, do you go to the gym or at least work out? Because you ain't got to go to the gym. You can work out in your house. You can work out with a towel in your house and still get the same results as lifting weights. You can eat healthier. When I made my mind up in 2023 to stop eating fast food, and that was it. I stopped eating fast food. Now, do I still eat out? Yes, but that's like a major restaurant. Like, I go to a restaurant, but I don't eat fast food anymore.
I made a resolution some years ago to stop fucking with fuckboys. Have I done that? Yep, I sure. Soon as listen. Soon as you exhibit fuckboy tendencies, you is on the chopping block.
That's. I was just talking about health, but I feel that ties into your mental health.
These are the kind of asinine resolutions that people make. Why do you wait until New Year's to decide, okay, I'm gonna stop dealing with nonsense? No, I'm gonna stop dealing with nonsense today. Block, delete, block.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is. I mean, hey, you deal with who you deal with.
Quit fast food and almost put Jack in the Box out of the business. Whoa!
I have never. That's crazy because I've never had Jack in the Box.
I love Jack in the Box. I love their egg rolls. They got the bomb egg rolls, but
Yo,
they're
they shit look disgusting. When I see their commercials, they shit look disgusting.
But in Jack in the Box a burger place?
But they have egg rolls. Shut the hell up. They have.
They got egg rolls. They got little mini tacos. They got a whole bunch of bullshit.
Listen,
that shit looks disgusting. To me, in my opinion, it looks disgusting.
Oh my god, that's a lot going on.
Egg rolls are pretty good though.
If I were to break down and have a weak moment and get some fast food, it'll be Whataburger, not Jack in the Box.
I hate Whataburger. But you know what? What is really strange to me? Taco Bell is now selling, I think they said chicken nuggets or something. And I said, what?
They selling what?
Yeah, they are. They do got like some type of chicken or something. I seen the commercial for that.
And I was like, oh, they got formaldehyde in their food. What?
They trying to preserve your insides. They trying to preserve your insides. It's good for you.
Who got formaldehyde in the food? Jack in the Box or Taco Bell? How do we get here? Lord have mercy. Tell you.
We started talking about resolutions, and then
I know that I seen a McDonald's burger that somebody had set on the counter, and it did not rot or change or nothing for like I think it was what 6 weeks or something like that. It didn't turn more than none of that, and I was like, oh, that's a wrap. I don't want that no more. Yeah.
I don't even eat McDonald's, but if I did, that'd be damn sure enough reason to not do it again.
Both got formaldehyde in their food. It probably owned by the same people.
Never know, might be. That being said, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I think I stopped 10 or 11 years ago. I focused on, and I played with different things to see what makes sense for me, and I kind of segue based on how I feel and what I'm trying to do. Some years I choose a theme word that I put all of my energy into experiencing and cultivating in the different areas of my life. So one year I said freedom. Oh my God. Send it, Jen, send it. Some years I choose a theme word. So one year I chose freedom, and everything I did in business, personally, everything I did was focused on just experiencing the level of freedom that I desired in the different ways that I wanted to experience it. Right. A different year, I think I chose brave.
How did you do that one?
So that one was, I think, the year I did my badass journey. That one was really focused on me just stepping out of my shell, because I tend to lead a very controlled life, and sometimes that can show up that I end up not doing things or going places, not because I'm afraid, but because it doesn't fall within the parameter of whatever I have decided that I'm going to do, right? Whatever I have planned out or strategized or whatever. And so that particular year, I think it was all about throwing caution to the wind and just being like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and do what I want to do, because I want to do it when I want to do it, how I want to do it. And I think I'm back to that point in 2025 where I'm doing that again. Jen said, I chose the word this year, and it must be said all this drama was not on my vision board for 2025. Man, I feel you. 2025 came in like a bitch, like this bad boy. And don't get me wrong, it's been good for me this first 2 weeks. Like, I can't say nothing but it's great. But I sounded like Tony the Tiger just then. Huh. Anyway.
You can watch your old commercials.
I mean, well, you didn't say it properly, but you did say it's great.
They're great.
But that being said, there are years that I do write down goals or intentions, because some people like the word goals, some people don't, right? But I really sit down to focus on what are my intentions for this year? What are the experiences I want to curate? I don't focus on one specific thing or how it has to look predefined. but what are the experiences that I want to have in my life that I think are going to bring me joy or get me closer to the end game that I want to have experienced by the time I leave this earth, right? So it's different ways to do it, but resolution specifically, no, I don't. I don't set resolutions that I'm going to walk more, or I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to lose 10 pounds, or anything like that. I don't do. I set resolutions as far as I want to delve deeper into the layers of me, or I want to be more vulnerable in my relationship and, let my guard down more, or, things like that, that make sense to me in the grand scheme of me being the better version of myself, right? I don't think there's a right or wrong, because resolutions do tend to work for a small percentage of people. I think that we have to figure out what works for us and then do that shit, like, unapologetically.
I mean, I feel you, and
This
to be
motherfucker still
honest,
raging. Okay, you talking about the fires, Jen?
yeah.
Hey, Jason, what'd you say, Sean?
But yeah, I mean, I feel you, and that's an interesting outlook on it. Now, me myself personally, I couldn't focus on the word because like my favorite word is fuck, so I couldn't
But
just
yes,
focus.
I had a fuck it year too. You can. Telling
But
you.
then that, I mean, that's gonna be fucked up if I do a fuck it year.
I
It's gonna
have
be
a fucking year
fuck
every year since I turned 50. It's something about when you turn 50, everything is fucking. Fuck
Listen,
yeah.
one of my favorite affirmations is fuck them people. You can have a fuck you. I
And
promise.
I feel you on that, Jay and Gypsy. You yeah, you might I don't know. You need to find some type of joy or happiness to focus on. Uh, but back to my point
I
though.
feel like we do an intervention on your ass because you just be on some fuck shit.
But back
And
to
then
my
she
My
started
point.
looking
life
sideways.
has an intervention on me right now.
I couldn't
You
go
ain't
with
coming
a
up damn
specific.
alcohol. We talking about your fuck shit you be coming on here with.
Now that ain't
Go ahead.
alcohol. That was just some Gatorade, right?
Get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's
why I
like
said we ain't talking about alcohol.
Yeah, that ain't alcohol. That's Gatorade.
yeah, it's like Pedialyte.
Yeah. Jason, what did you miss? Okay, so in long story short, you missed the fact that Jish was on some bullshit like she normally be. The only difference was her and old man wasn't fighting because he ain't here. And then Sean was looking at her, and I had to get up and walk away because I was laughing so hard I was in tears. And then I came back and we was talking about some bullshit some more. And then we was talking about crazy people and mental health. And then we was talking about fighting. And then we was talking about some more bullshit. And then now we're here talking about New Year's resolutions. I mean, I think that's the gist of what
No,
happened.
that was a perfect summation. You got everything together.
In other words, go watch the fucking replay so we can get some views.
But nah, honestly though,
Subscribe, please. You know, that's how we get along. Like, share, subscribe.
but
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, like I agree with you. Me personally, I feel like resolutions are bullshit. That's why I don't follow them. But if it works for you, do what works for you. So if you could make a resolution and stick to it, that's
Yeah.
great. Do that. Me
They're
personally,
great.
me personally, I am
That look
more
like the time,
about
y'all.
right. Hey, well, you gotta say great like
Great.
that, yeah, like that. But I'm more along the lines of writing down the things that you want to accomplish and following that list per se. Versus just saying, oh, well, this is my resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, those are two different things. Um, I mean, that's more akin to having like a vision board per se. When you
Mm-hmm.
when you put certain goals down that you want to achieve, whether you write them down or you create your vision board, or you have your whiteboard, or however you do it, it's more focused. Even if you do things out of order, it's still more focused versus
Yeah.
just my resolution this year is I'm gonna do this, because we all know how that go.
And
Two
I
two
love
weeks
it.
in and you're
it
done.
has to be measurable. Like, basically, it needs to be a SMART goal. Y'all ever heard of a SMART goal?
Yes. Hold on 1 second before you tell them what it is. Let me catch up on these comments. Jen said, my whole hood is gone. I am so sorry to hear that, love bug, but I am also extremely glad that
No,
you're safe.
really?
Jen said, I'm doing a fuck around and find out year. I love that for you. Jason said she do. It's old man. See, here we go. Jen said you guys are really nice, or a really nice break. Thank you for being here with us.
Baby.
Jason said, Gypsy missing old man.
The hell up, I think not.
And then Jen said, I've never seen a YouTube live. Y'all took my virginity here.
Oh, damn. Pop that check. Okay. So anyway,
See,
guys.
if you a man that knew like me, you don't want to take no virginity. Leave that for somebody else.
Turn around and get the
Leave that for somebody else. You don't want to take no virginity.
Oh my God.
Y'all, seriously though, if you are one of those people that decides that you want to set a New Year's resolution, please make it a SMART goal, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So if you say, yeah, the thing is that if you're saying that you want to do something, it needs to be specific, something that you don't just say, I want to get healthy in 2025. How do you want to get healthy? Right? It needs to be specific. And maybe I want to stop eating as much red meat. Or maybe I want to not eat as much fried food. It needs to be specific. But it has to be measurable. If I eat fried foods right now, 5 days a week, I want to eat fried foods maybe only 3 days a week. No, but I'm just saying. Listen, and it needs to be achievable. The reason I said that is because it has to be achievable. Because if you got somebody that shit, all they got is a fucking air fryer, then they gonna have to eat fried food sometime or another, right?
But air fryer is healthier than frying it in the grease.
Shut up, Sean. I'm trying to give them measurable goals and achievable goals. Don't be unrealistic and say I'm gonna eat salads 7 days a week and you know goddamn well you don't like lettuce.
You gotta eat a salad with lettuce. You can eat it with spinach. You can eat it with other greens. It ain't gotta be lettuce.
Don't let me come through this fucking TV on you.
I'm just we not on the TV, but I'm just saying though.
Watching you all.
I'm just saying, dude. You know, you got
you all because you decided to use your dinky phone. You think that I'm using my dinky phone?
I'm not on the phone. I am on a computer. It's a laptop.
Okay, so because you're on a computer, but guess what? I cast to multiple monitors.
I could cast it to my television, my big ass. What is it, 90-inch TV? But I don't want to do that.
Well. And what if I chose to because I can't fucking see?
Y'all really having a dick measuring contest with
that's
TV
your business.
Right now?
Nah, that's your business. I mean, that's your business. I ain't arguing with you. I'm just saying I'm not on the TV. That's all I'm saying.
You're not on TV to you, but you on TV to me.
Okay, all right, fine.
My God.
That's cool. That's all you had to say. So you on my TV. Okay, cool.
Moving on, Jen says SMART goal here is survival and staying healthy through this mess. I am here with you and you're motherfucking right, Jen. And Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is still here. I have to resolve not to go there.
Oh, see, that would kill me right there. That right there.
You ain't got no chicken. You still need to eat. So go to Roscoe's.
I know. I love me some chicken and waffles. Now I ain't never been to Roscoe's, but
Roscoe's is good.
It's on my bucket list. You know what I'm saying?
I used to live right by one and still ain't never been when I was in Atlanta.
God, what? Damn.
Oh, well, Atlanta's Roscoe's and Cali's Roscoe's, they two different Roscoe's.
Because isn't that the place owned by Gladys Knight and her husband or something like that?
Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffles is different and her shit is nasty.
No, I want to go to Roscoe's in LA. Yes, I do. And so hopefully
I might be thinking Gladys Knight's chicken. I thought it was Roscoe's, but hell, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't eat a lot of chicken.
They tried to franchise a lot of stuff like Del Taco. Del Tacos and Del Taco in Atlanta is different.
I am black, y'all, but I really don't. My body doesn't like chicken.
You don't like watermelon either, huh?
No, I love me some watermelon though. Like I would eat watermelon every single day if I could.
Okay. You don't like. All right. I ain't gonna take your black card yet.
So what happened was,
give me your black card.
So what happened was,
Give me your black card.
the way I found this out, y'all, I ain't giving it. You can't have it. The way I found this out was I did a detox in 2019. And so I went straight fruits, water, and vegetables. And I started introducing foods back in slowly to see what I responded to, right? Because I don't have any food allergies. I just want to see how different foods affected me.
Mm-hmm.
So I already knew that I really don't tolerate dairy very well. I knew that because it produces a lot of congestion, a lot of mucus. I just don't feel great. I get earaches and all kind of stuff when I eat too much dairy. Mm-hmm. So I really cut dairy out. I don't buy it at home. I don't cook with it. I try not to eat it when I'm out, but it's so prevalent and it's just in every fucking thing. So sometimes it's just easier to just, go with the flow. But I reintroduced like pork, turkey, fish, chicken. And I just noticed for me, I noticed that every time I ate chicken, my stomach would feel really bad. I would have bad cramps. My odor would change. Like, you have a natural odor when you sweat, or like your natural sense. I noticed that how I smell changed when I ate chicken versus when I don't eat chicken. And I was like, that's not okay. Like, if a food is affecting you like that, that's a clear indication your body does not like it. So, like, my sweat was heavier. It to me was more mustier or unpleasant. You know what I'm saying? If I was sweating or exercising, and I would just be like, damn. And it happened every time I ate chicken. And like I said,
you know what?
Your natural musk. So that's what was attracting, your partner. But since you cut it out, that's why, what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
But also too, Jay, is if you weren't eating. Now I'm not gonna say that organic or whatever, but like I eat more Amish when I eat meat.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They eat chicken
because they don't have all those hormones and stuff in there.
The hormones and antibiotics.
Right. And Jason said exactly what I was about to say, like eating that church's chicken. But that's what I'm saying. Like anybody chicken that look like a turkey leg, you shouldn't be eating it because
So I don't eat a lot of fast food either.
No, not just fast food. What I'm saying, I'm talking about the grocery store.
I get what you're saying, but there's an Amish community that I actually go to that has a bakery that I love to go. Well, it's called a bakery, but it's a general store. So I go to them and I purchase like a lot of my deli meats. And if I do buy any cheese for the house, I get it from them. And they have like seasonings and all kind of stuff they produce in the community, right? But it didn't matter. It didn't matter what type of chicken I ate. It didn't matter where I got it from. It didn't matter if it was dark meat or white meat, because I really tested this over about 6 months as I reintroduced, different. Yeah, because I did the detox in like July, either June or July. And then from finishing the detox to the rest of that year, I really just kept a food diary to see what I was eating, how it was affecting me. Like if it made me sleepy or lethargic, if my stomach cramped or I felt bad, if I didn't feel good, like how did it make me feel? If my mood changed, how I smelled, everything. And didn't matter. Don't matter where I get it from. I bought chicken straight from the farm before. Straight from the Amish community store, the general store they have before. It don't matter. I couldn't, like, my body just was like, no.
But your results are skewed because you never raised your own chickens.
Now that is true. Now and I do want to buy some chickens eventually once I move again and get more land. I do want to buy some chickens because I want to have my own eggs. And I want to have a goat because they're just
wait a minute. I do have a question then.
I can't
do you eat eggs?
She just said she would buy a chicken to have her own eggs. She must eat eggs.
I asked her, do she eat eggs now?
Very sporadically. very sporadically.
Are they
Again, it's
eggs
something that,
too, or what are they? Are they just regular
um,
eggs?
yeah, I typically do free range or organic. But and again, same thing. I've tried buying it straight from the farm. I've tried different people to buy it from, and so and it just my body's just like, we don't like chicken. Stop. So so I had to stop. Jason, sir, you cannot have my black card either because I can dance
That's
and
too
I got
important
rhythm
for the
and I
black
can cute.
card. You have got to
Okay.
give it up, sis. You got to give it up.
No. Jen said I live to
Hey,
eat on Crenshaw, barbecue, quick and split, and Roscoe's my blood sugar now.
all right, so you know what, Jen, I'm gonna holler at you because I need to hang out with you because I gotta go to Roscoe's and I ain't never heard of quick and split. So I mean that sounds like something we need to do. But I was saying, you know, it's different when you raise your own shit because you definitely know exactly what they're eating. You know what I'm saying? Because you can feed
Yeah,
them marigold and meal bugs and have a great, you know, nice piece of chicken. It ain't gonna be as big as the ones you see in the store because they ain't getting all the
yeah,
antibiotics and all that bullshit.
You don't want that though.
You know, but it'll be fresh and it ain't gonna affect you the way that other shit affect you.
yeah.
Mine is
And don't
more
get me wrong,
fresh.
I love some chicken now. I used to love me some fried chicken, some chicken breast, all that. I just my body does not like it now. That being said, yes, when I move, I'm in a couple of homesteading groups because I'm already thinking through like once I move again and buy another house with more land, I want to have my own little
Damn.
garden and some little animals. Like I said, I want to goat just because they cute and they eat grass. But I want some chickens. I want what's that
I
face
would
for?
be I would be a vegetarian because see the way that I can't kill shit.
Oh shit, I ain't got no problem with that. That's why I say I can't handle a goat. Cause I'm gonna eat that motherfucker. If you give me a goat, I'm gonna eat that motherfucker. You gonna be
Listen,
like, yo, where the goat at? Oh, you want some goat? Here you go.
there's
If the,
some curry goat at that if you like it, okay?
Shit.
if the only way I would be able to eat meat was I have to kill it.
You know,
Shit.
fun fact about that too, and this is why I advocate for people. So in the other podcast on the other side of the business, with my new practitioner, we've been doing some videos talking about like weight management, weight loss, and all those things. And we were talking about, eating habits and keeping food journals or food diaries, etc. Right? And this is one of the reasons why, because I have to eat meat. I literally tried. I didn't have any aspirations on being, pescatarian or vegetarian or vegan or anything in specific. I just wanted to eat healthier. So I was really trying to get to a point where I only ate meat once or twice a week, if that, right? Maybe once a week. I couldn't sustain it. I was literally weak. My blood sugars kept dropping. I couldn't get enough protein from the other sources that I was trying, even though I was trying all kind of supplements and different things. And my doctor finally was like, yeah, okay, we're going to have to stop playing these games. I'm going to need you to go ahead and eat some meat. You're just going to have to figure it out and be okay. And I was like, well, damn. So I'm saying that because a lot of times people think they have to go from one extreme to another. And mine wasn't trying to be an extreme. Mine was just, I just wanted to try eating less heavy, right? But my body was like, who the fuck you talking to? Feed me, Seymour. So I had to go back to eating meat. I have to eat meat at least once a day. I don't have to eat it with every meal, but I literally have to eat meat at least once a day for me to have enough energy to do the things that I do. And I'm not even that damn active. I ain't out here running marathons and all that shit. Mm-hmm. So guys, keep a food journal. If you need to, let that be your intention for the year. Keep a food journal. Check in with yourself. How does different foods affect your body? And like Sean has mentioned and me and Gypsy been talking about, like, if you up to it, grow your own crops, put some plants in the ground. Cause I've been collecting seeds because I know when I move, I want to put some shit in the ground and really be able to grow some fruits and veggies and, different things and have a lot more, not farm. Cause I don't know if I want a whole scale farm, but garden to table for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Honestly, that's the best move you can make. If you got the land, then I'm not saying have a full-fledged like farm where you providing to provide to grocery stores, but have a big enough, garden to sustain yourself. So you do want to be growing a lot of different things like
Yeah.
corns, melons, tomatoes, beans, certain things, potatoes,
Yeah.
and if you, I mean, because even like peanuts, because
Mhm.
peanuts aren't hard to farm. They're not like other nuts because other nuts grow in trees, whereas peanuts grow underground.
Shut
Yeah.
up, God. I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing, y'all. I was probably about 10, and we went down to the country, and my uncle said, "Y'all go out there and pick some peanuts." And I came back here, my bag was empty. And he said, "Why you ain't getting no peanuts?" I said, "I didn't see no tree out there."
Yeah, peanuts are one of the easier nuts to grow.
Right.
I
And
mean,
so
and they provide a lot of protein.
they
Yeah.
do.
But if you really like, I understand I want to eat a lot of red beets. But if you really want to back down the red beet, and I know this is not somebody's favorite, it's not a lot of people's favorite. Liver.
Mm-mm.
I hate
If,
liver and will not.
if you eat liver, that provides you with enough
It does.
protein, enough enzymes, enough energy, enough iron, um, that you don't have to eat red meat that often.
Yeah, it
You could
does.
do it like twice a week, but a lot of people don't like it. You could dress
Yeah.
it up. You could make it whatever. Now, me myself, I love liver. I'll whip me up some liver and onions real quick. That's my jam. You know what I'm saying? But hey, over some rice with some homemade gravy, hell yeah.
That was
Um.
that was my punishment meal one time. Like,
Mm.
so I remember I was like 5, and I would not eat liver. I was one of those people. Listen, I was at that time I was also one of these people that would eat peas one at a time because I didn't like peas either. I would
Girl.
eat them like
Damn.
pills. But I like peas now, but I don't like liver, and I still don't like liver. But
Mm.
at that time, I remember I was sitting there
See.
and I fell asleep at the table, and my mother told the nanny to put it up and give it to me for a snack the next day.
Ah.
Shit, I
Oh.
guarantee you, if I cook you some liver, you gonna think you was eating steak.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I guarantee you.
Well, you got to
Nope.
bag that up. You got to bag that thing up, Sean, and go and put your money where your mouth is, because I'm
Hey,
gonna take you up on that bet. Because what?
hey,
Smell
hey.
good, but I can tell when I
Nah.
look at it that it's liver, and I'm just
Hey,
like,
hey, I ain't saying you gonna sit there and like, oh, this is steak. Nah, I'm saying you gonna look
no.
at it like this liver ill, and then you gonna taste it and be like, oh shit, and you gonna fuck it
It's
up.
actually very gritty tasting, and that's one reason why I
And,
don't
and,
like
and, and
liver.
it's all about how you cook it. Trust me.
Well,
My
I'm
mama
gonna
taught me that.
tell you put your money where your mouth is, Sean, because I want to taste that liver that you talking about. I don't even like liver, but I'll taste it to
Right.
see what you talking about, so I can say you lied. That being
That's
said,
why.
Jason, the where the general store at? Okay, Jason, since you're from here in Birmingham, if you know where Falkville is, it is called the Dutch Oven Bakery in Falkville. Now, I don't promote people for free. Them I will shout out and promote for free, because like it's a whole Amish community out there, and it's actually their general store, their community store, and almost everything in the store comes from their community. And they are the sweetest, most engaging community. Like when you go in the store, everybody's nice, they're speaking to you, they're asking you if you need help, if you're trying to find something. They're just generally amazing, people in the store. And it's a family that owns it, that lives in the community as well. And I said, when I'm ready to get my chickens, they actually have chicks, baby chicks, a lot of times for sale. So I
Mhm.
said, when I'm ready to get some, I'm probably gonna get them from there. But they have a deli counter where you can get fresh meat and cheese. They got all kind of spices and like soup starters. They got cakes and desserts. A lot of times when I want fresh chocolate, I'll get my chocolate and my fudge from there. They got all kind of stuff. It's a really cool place. So yeah, if you're in the Birmingham area and you're looking for um an Amish community to support their products and their services, it's called the Dutch Oven Bakery in Falkville. Um, So yeah, if you give them a chance and you go out there, let me know, because it's only literally like, from me, it's about 45 minutes. It's maybe an hour from downtown. Jen,
But
you said quick and split makes your burger patties to order.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Y'all are making me hungry and nothing is open. Aw. Intuitive eating is the real flex. Your body knows what it needs. Yes, a lot of times we try to force ourselves to stick to one diet or another. But I'm telling you, man, if you keep a food diary or a food journal and really pay attention to how you feel after you eat and drink certain things, it'll reveal a lot to you. And I agree with Sean. Like, that's what I said. I don't know if I want, like, you know, a lot of my friends are like, oh, you should do a farm because you love all that stuff. No, I don't love doing it for other people. I'm gonna do it for me. So I don't see myself wanting to have no big old scale farm for everybody else, but I definitely want to have you know, enough for me and the people that I love. Like, I've been, you know, collecting seeds. I want to do some watermelons, grapes, strawberries, peanuts, you know, different collards and greens, some kale. Like, I already got a whole list of things, because you can rotate your crops out. I wouldn't mind having a few different fruit trees. You know, like I said, I want some chickens. I want a goat. You know, I want to be able to let my dogs run free out there and hang out with the other animals. Like, I really have started embracing that lifestyle. But it's something that you want to you want to do for you, because it does take a lot more sweat equity and work than just going to the grocery store, right? So you got to really want to do it for you and the people that you love. And it's you know, much more easier to navigate and beneficial if you have people to tag team. So, you know, get your man on board, your woman on board, get your friends, your besties, your family members, your whoever, and create your own little co-op, guys, if you can, or at least have your own little land where you can put some stuff in the ground to nurture your body. Jen said liver is bomb.
Yeah, I
Jason said,
mean,
did he call you a city slicker for that answer? Wait, who called who a city slicker? What happened?
because somebody said something and I responded, so I think that's what he was talking about. But I don't remember the exact verbiage because that was like
We're gonna have to play the replay.
forever ago.
We old.
Jason said, Nanny, wait a minute, hold up, Jason, you had the bag, okay?
I'm just saying.
Jen said duck eggs are amazing and they keep longer.
Now I've never had a duck egg. I do want to try that. I've never had
I've
a
had a
quail.
quail egg.
I've seen quail eggs and duck
Yeah,
eggs.
I never had a quail egg. I want to try that. And I never had an
Yeah, I had a
ostrich
quail
egg, and
egg.
I really want to try ostrich egg.
Jen said, if you guys get poppy sodas, they are amazing and
I've
probiotic
seen
for
them.
you, no sugar or chemical.
They sell those also at Wegmans.
Oh, so you be out here balling, huh? You shop at Wegmans, you be out here balling. I'm just fucking with you. I used to shop at Wegmans when I lived in Maryland. I ain't gonna front.
You know, Wegmans, they food is just better. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh
Sometimes
no, I know. That's why I used to shop at Wegmans when I lived in Maryland.
you get what you pay for, and Wegmans actually has the bomb selection of
Of everything.
Of everything though, but fruits and vegetables.
That's where I used to go get my Christmas goose because you couldn't find it nowhere else. I had to go to Wegmans.
That's where I go get my sushi. That's the only grocery store sushi I eat because they roll it.
I feel you. Yeah, I don't just buy sushi anywhere, but yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I had some sushi from over there yesterday.
I feel you. But out here we got a Central
blueberry
Market.
gypsy.
So.
Yeah, I have been trying different probiotics. I used to take a lot of immunity boost and a lot of just like probiotic. They have probiotic sodas and they also have probiotic yogurt. Stony, what is it? Is it Stony Farms is the best probiotic yogurt? Yeah.
So speaking of New Year's resolutions, so I don't set resolutions, but I did set the intention and the overall goal for the year that I was going to lead a gentler, softer life. That shit clearly has been a work in progress because I'm broken nail this morning already and just got my damn nails done a few days ago.
But I mean, what does that? What does that look like? A gentler, softer life. What does that look like?
Like living into your feminine energy, which is very hard to do when you are responsible for everything.
Yeah, running a business for me has has often been a journey of self, right? And it is for everybody. It's like that shit make you really get in touch with your own inner being, right? It's not for the faint of heart. But for me, I have found through the years that running business often meant that I was more in my masculine energy. And we all have masculine and feminine. And there's no 50-50 balance, right? It is about what is serving you best in any given circumstance or situation. So one day you might need to be more your masculine, the next day you might need to be more your feminine, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I discovered that for myself as I was just doing a lot of reflection through the most recent past of just being really out of balance and needing to figure that better calibration out for myself. So I said that I was going to lean into this year to allow myself to receive more help, because I'm bad sometimes with, I got it, you need some help, no, I got it, and then you be tired as fuck trying to get it, you know what I'm saying, trying to get shit done. And that's whether it's a man or my friends or whoever. Like, I have a bad habit of that independent fierceness in me, that Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying. So I said that I was going to lean into more softness, more femininity, more ease. um and I just laughed. I mean, I didn't break my nail because I was doing anything hard. I was literally trying to put my dog's cone on him this morning. I cracked it a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know how I cracked it because I was probably doing some fuck shit. And so she fixed it when I went back from my appointment last week, and then I broke it this morning. I was like, well, there's that. I'm
Wow.
making like I really was saying it to make a joke, like, we can have all the goals, ideas, resolutions, and all the shit in the world, right? But even when you mess up today, try again tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna go get it fixed in the tomorrow because she couldn't fit me in today, right? Couldn't do it today, try again tomorrow. Whatever you're doing, if you mess up today, try again. If you fuck it up today, try again. If you forget today, try again. Like, unless the world comes to an end or the zombie apocalypse happens or you die, like, you have an opportunity to try again or fix it. Whatever your resolution, whatever your goals, whatever your ideas, your words, your themes, whatever it is that you're using, um, as you look at what do you want out of your year, what do you want out of your day-to-day experience, your weekly experience, your monthly experience, your yearly experience, you're gonna fuck it up. That's called life. But what you do have an opportunity to do is try again. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah, I feel you, and that was a good way to break it down. I think both y'all, because I didn't, I never looked at it that way, because that's just not the angle I'm coming from. I had a conversation with one of my boys the other day, and it was all about, like, the alpha male syndrome,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, I grew up, in an environment with nothing but alpha males,
Mm.
and so that's what we produce. But at the same time, it wasn't that dickhead alpha male. Let me put it that way. That's the best way I can put it.
Oh, you
It
mean
was,
the Kevin Samuels alpha male?
well, I can't see, and that's the thing too, because a lot of people knock him, and I can't really knock him because the shit he said was the truth.
Okay, all right.
And I understand a lot of women are offended by that, but the reason why I say that, I saw him check this one shorty one time because he was talking all this shit, and he said one thing: "Let me see your bathroom mirror." And she showed her bathroom mirror, and it had all this shit on it. And he's like, "When the last time you cleaned it? Because you should clean that shit every day."
Yeah.
And but you a woman out here looking for a high value man, and you can't even clean your bathroom mirror every fucking day. Get the fuck out of here. So he was kind of right. I'm not agreeing 100% with him,
You know,
but
but
he was kind of
people
right.
need to understand that Kevin Samuels did not become popular. So Kevin Samuels used to bash men first.
And I don't care about none of
But
that.
he didn't become popular until
And I don't care about none. I didn't bring him up. You brought him up. I was just saying, as far as he was concerned, he was kind of right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else.
he
I
was
don't
right
agree with.
about men, but nobody
I
was saying
don't. I don't. I don't. I don't agree with him 100%. Hell, I don't agree with nobody 100% except
and
myself.
that's why he died underneath a woman.
Hey, and that's the best way to go. Shit, I want to go out like that. I've always wanted to go out like that.
The
Shit, let me
same type
die.
of woman that he was
Let me
banging,
die under a woman or on top of a woman. Either way, a
but
woman
it was
said, "Well, I died. I went out happy.
it
I
was the
bust that nut
same
like
type of,
oh," and then I was gone. And that's
it
the
was the
best
same
way to
type of
go.
woman he
I
had
don't
been
give a fuck.
fasting though.
I don't give a fuck. That's the best way to go. I don't care. I'll bust
It
that
was
nut and I'm
the
gone.
same type of woman
Hell yeah.
he
I'm
was fasting.
dapping Jesus up as soon as I get there. Like, nigga, you my nigga. You knew what it take me. You knew. Like, yeah, hell yeah, nigga. Yo,
Okay,
that's
so we're gonna interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to give y'all these comments, and then y'all can get back to y'all bullshit. Jason, you said that's a northern store. Never heard
it
of that
is.
story. Yes.
It is.
Wegmans is the bomb.
It's a northern store. They out of New York.
New York. Okay. And then
The
Crystal
equivalents in the
said,
South for my Southerners is Publix.
okay, good to
Yeah,
know. I didn't know that.
Publix is my shit too. Cause
Love me some Publix, baby.
I be down south. Publix is my shit. That's where I want to go.
Yeah, love me some
Publix.
Publix. I was rocking with Publix in Tennessee, Georgia, and here in Birmingham. Like that's my jam.
Publix is my shit.
Crystal said, "Uh-oh, Carla needed to get that nail repaired." Girl, listen, I was on her phone today. She gonna fit me in tomorrow, baby, because we don't play them kind of games. We gotta be cute. We can't be walking around no broke back disgusting nail. Okay, got to get it fixed. And let me give her a shout out because that's my boo thing, and she be handling Miss Anita with fantastic nails. If you don't know, you better know, baby. You can't have my spot though, because it's like the Hunger Games up in there. They stay busy. You
Oh,
can't have
yeah.
mine. Jen said balancing masculine and feminine is what balances chi life force energy. Yes. And again, like I said, guys, it's not a 50-50. Very rarely are you gonna have a day where you feel totally balanced 50-50 in your masculine and your feminine. It's the circumstances, it's the context, it's what you gotta get done, it's what you need, it's who you're around, it's what's happening in your life. All of those things dictate but what I noticed for me, and I'll say this because I know a lot of people do struggle with it. I know that mine was a direct reflection of childhood, right? I had a lot of situations in childhood where my family just wasn't safe. And so I was always in defense mode and protective mode for myself, which made it easy to become hyper dependent. I'm independent and hyper individualized, right? And so it's a trauma response. And I work at it constantly. It takes time, even when all the things line up and I have all the best support. Like I got amazing people in my life. Like I am grateful every day. But that doesn't mean that I just wake up and the birds are shining and I'm like, I'm gonna let them help me today. No, that little girl in me be like, shit, fuck them, I got it. And I
Because
have to
the
be
minute you ask for help, a lot of times now, I'm just speaking for me. The minute you ask for help, those same people that help you throw it back up in your face. And so only he want to hear this shit. So no, I don't need no help. I got it.
and unfortunately that is true, and I've had that in my life as well. I have to give credit to the people that are in my life though. I got damn good people in my life. When I call, they coming. Like I just, and that took work on my part, right? That took work on my part to cultivate those intentional relationships, to connect with those kind of people, to be able to receive that kind of love and that kind of help. And I'm thankful that I have that now. Like they get on me about why you not letting us help you. You know what I'm saying? So I hold accountability to recognize that I'm a work in progress. There's still work in me that I have to do. And will I reach that ultimate experience? Who the fuck knows? I may die still working on it. I don't know. We all got shit. But I carry the awareness that I don't have to be perfect. I just work on it, right? I don't judge myself. I keep awareness of it. I keep accountability of it. Like, okay, this is a work in progress. This is a thing that I acknowledge. But yeah, so that was one of my themes and intentions for this year was to lean into my softness and not be in shit all the time. You know, because before I called him and be like, hey, I need this fixed on the house, I be in shit trying to fix it. And then I have to step back and be like, wait, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let me not do this.
I mean, you better YouTube it first.
I mean, I do. And then I be trying to do shit. And then I realize I don't, Or either I get frustrated and be like, I ain't really want to do this shit. Let me stop. I'm going to put that down and call. Because let me put this screw. Stop playing with yourself, Jay. Hey,
all right. I'm not
saying?
trying to cut you off, but fellas, if you out there and you don't know how to do shit, learn how to do shit. Because nothing pisses me off more than motherfuckers that don't know how to do shit.
Right.
You can't fix nothing. You can't put nothing together.
You don't know how to do shit. Know how to pay for somebody that do know how to do shit.
Right.
And if you're not willing to pay for it, learn the fuck how to do it.
Oh, I judge men. Like, I ain't never been with a guy that don't know either how to fix shit or ain't paying for it to be fixed if he don't have the time or don't want to do it, right? I judge men that be like, I can't do it and I can't pay the fuck. And I judge your women too for being with you. I ain't finna lie. I ain't finna fix it. I said what the fuck I said. I judge y'all because listen. I don't care what you think and feel about ginger rolls. Hey, it is what it is. I judge, and I just. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I tell you I'm blessed, like I can pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, so I need you to do," and they be like, "Bet, say less." My toxic problem is I be thinking I can fix shit, so I be in there fucking with it first, and then I realize,
and fuck it all up.
YouTube is my friend.
Now you done made my job twice as hard now. When I come through, like, what the fuck did you do?
Then I gotta hear shit about it because it's like, why you didn't sit your ass down in the first place and call me the first time? And I be like, I'm sorry.
YouTube is my friend. YouTube is my friend. I know certain things I'm not gonna fuck with: plumbing and electricity.
Fact.
But everything else, free game. I'm gonna burn my house down and I'm gonna flood myself out. But everything else, free game.
I be in it. Listen, I'm the one that's gonna be toxic as fuck and buy the shit and be in the middle of the floor with all the screws trying to put a shelf together and then mad because I didn't call in the first place and be like, come put this together. That's my problem. I'm working on it because I don't want to keep breaking nails and fucking. Listen, I admit.
Oh Lord, praying for you, Jen.
I admit my toxicity. Wait a minute, Jason. Hold on. Y'all got some comments. Hold on, let me catch up. Jen said, all we're supposed to do is be better humans than we were yesterday. Whole facts, Jen. Whole facts. Don't say apocalypse, my current reality. Girl, we love you so much. Because
my cousins are out there. I've been praying for all y'all out there.
Yes, y'all are dealing with a whole hellhole scene out there. Oh shit, you about to get something started, Jason.
That's you know, I'm gonna be honest.
Some fuck shit.
I just really want to be honest real quick though, y'all. For real. Y'all need to go read Revelations. No, like for real. Like seriously.
No, Jason's comment. My bad.
Y'all need to go read Revelations because we are, and when I say we, I'm talking about the US. We are Mystery Babylon in Revelations. And if you read Mystery Babylon and if you read about Mystery Babylon in Revelations, you will see that all of this stuff is biblical. All of the stuff that's going on is biblical. And you just got to pray your way through it.
Sean?
I feel you. Let's move on. Let's move on. So Jason said, come and go at the same time. We ain't crying at your funeral. I don't want you to cry. I want you to have a party. I want you to be like, yeah, hell yeah, he went out the way he wanted to go out.
I feel like you put a little bit of thought into this, sir. Have you had some visions about how this is going to happen for you?
I mean, nah, I'm just saying if that's the way it happened, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be grateful. But it's gotta be after I bust. It can't be before. It's gotta be after I bust. Like after I bust.
Right before. Take you out before you even get the good one.
But you know what, though? Even if I die, I can still bust. You do know that, right?
No, you won't.
You
No,
can though.
If he take you out right at the moment, that's it.
No.
That's
you
The
it.
body,
You
the
done
body
done.
still, the body's still gonna do what it's gonna do.
You won't feel it though. Your ass is gone.
Hey, but it still happened. That's all that matters.
You won't feel it though.
Hey,
Spirit
it's
is
hey,
gone.
hey,
You
and
won't feel
I'm
it.
gonna be floating. I'm gonna be floating above the room like, oh hell yeah, he still got that nut. Yeah, nigga.
Look, and it depends on how deeply intertwined you was with your physical body, because sir, you might
That's true
still
too.
feel it in spirit. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. That is true.
Energy is energy. It
And
transmutes and
I'm
transcends all
just
time.
I'm very connected with myself. I have orgasm. I don't just bust.
you finna go
And
and
there's a difference.
you
There's
There
finna
is a
difference.
difference.
and
Yeah.
I'm
I try to tell niggas that all the time. It's a difference. Like you could bust all day long. Nah, you gotta have an orgasm, nigga. Trust me. You have an orgasm, you on another level.
and that's
Niggas
why
they don't want to listen.
he gonna take you right at the brink because
Hey,
you wasn't supposed to be there no damn way.
She
hey,
just intend on hating on you, Sean. That's what that
I
sounds like.
know.
So lamb.
Hey.
I'm mad because my goddamn vodka whipped cream won't come out. God damn it, I've been sitting here trying to get my vodka whipped cream out forever.
How'd you go from drinking Gatorade to vodka whipped cream?
That sound like your vodka with cream got a performance problem. They might need some Viagra.
Might need something. And moving on, Crystal said, yes, fantastic nails. Yes, again, if you are in the local Birmingham area, I will give a shout out to Anita, Miss Anita and Deborah at Fantastic Nails. They be hooking us up, but y'all can't have my spot. Get your own, okay? Jen said, I am so hyper vigilant
Yes.
from childhood, always doing the work to get past it. Yes. And we honestly have to recognize that within ourselves. I recognize my shit and I call it out so that I can be mindful of it and work on it. And then some things you heal where you are, and then you get to a different layer of it as you continue to experience more life, right? So we have to hold space for ourselves to be messy and human and chaotic, because we are. Like, we're not perfect, y'all. We're not perfect. We don't have to be. Jen said inner work is never done perfectly. Imperfect is always okay. Yes. Bummer, we're on evacuations and I'm getting alerts, gotta go soon. Very grateful for y'all. Keep us in your thoughts. I will absolutely continue to check on you, Jen. Keep us posted as well. Jason said women love you to be working on fixing shit. You motherfucking right. I keep a honey-do list.
They do.
Keep a honey-do list, okay? I ain't got no shame in it. Jen said, love y'all too. It's good to see some positive faces. I appreciate you more than you know. And Gypsy knows this is pray and move your feet time. Yes. So as we bring today to a close, what y'all got to say? What y'all got to put out there on the table for the people?
Well, go ahead. You go first, Sean.
Well, I was going to say, first of all, Jen, be safe. We praying for you. Everybody out there, we praying for y'all. We hope y'all be safe. Just do what you gotta do. I know these insurance companies are fucked up, and I ain't even gonna get into that.
Boys.
But just be safe and do what you gotta do. Make sure you alive. You can always rebuild, but you can't relive. So do what you gotta do to be safe, to be alive, and everything will move from there. Other than that, it was a great fun time. We did go off script because we didn't even really get to the real meat of the conversation that we were supposed to talk about. But we'll say that for another time.
That was her ass fault.
I mean, I ain't want to point no fingers, but since you already did,
and I'm okay with always being the problem child. Been there since birth.
And that's all right. That's all right. We
love you though.
You need some discipline.
I never listen. What I tell you, I told you my love language. I need to get whooped every once in a while. I ain't had no beating in a long time.
I wasn't going in, but since you brought it up,
I ain't had no beating in a long time.
Drop it in the comments. Shoot your shot. If you want to be that one,
I don't feel love.
If you want to be that applications,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
taking applications.
If
I
you're gonna
don't
be
give
that
up.
one,
No, but
shoot your shot.
on the real though,
Do we
y'all,
need to have a red balloon episode for Gypsy?
this has
we do.
been. Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
My last year has been a real clusterfuck, and I went into this new year saying, okay, there's a couple things that I'm just not gonna tolerate. And to be honest with you, I have been that chick that will tolerate stuff and put up with stuff that really bothers me for the sake of not wanting to look like the bad person or not wanting to be disliked, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. Last week, I had my fill. I have deleted and blocked motherfuckers like because guess what? I am 54, gonna be 55 in May. I got more years behind me than I have in front of me. And I'd be damned if I have them making me be unhappy. I'm not going to be unhappy these last whatever years. And if I go tomorrow, I'm good. Y'all don't cry for me. If I go tomorrow, I'm good. Y'all going to be stuck here with this fucking apocalyptic shit that's going on right now. What? I said what I said. I'm just saying. So the thing is though, like seriously though, in all seriousness though, if any resolution that you have for this year doesn't include putting yourself first, then it's not a good resolution. You need to put yourself first because guess what? Other people are putting themselves first. And that's what your resolution really needs to be. It's about making you happy because at the end of the day, when you leave here, the only person that's leaving here is you. You leaving by yourself. And the only person you have to answer for is you and the things that you've done on this earth. Stop being a people pleaser. I damn sure have. If you don't like me, too damn bad. Kiss my ass as I walk out the door. But learn how to be happy regardless of who's not happy with the way you choose to live your life. But continue to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, that's some sage advice. Really, it really is. I mean,
like I laugh and joke about a lot of things, but you know, I've been in intensive therapy this last year, and I've learned that a lot of things that I was putting as a priority were making me options. And when you're an option and you're making that person a priority, that's a problem. Because you're not as important to them as you're making them be as important to you.
Exactly.
And that goes for romance, family, friends, employees, employers, all of it, everybody.
Be important to you.
I was saying you used to go romance, finance. What was the other word? I forget.
Romance without finance is no chance, baby.
Right.
That's what they used to say.
But I'm just saying, you know, like, no, that's some sage advice. You always gotta put yourself first. And I know that may sound selfish, but sometimes you gotta be selfish to protect your own mental.
Well, you gotta be self-full in order to have anything. Excuse me. Anything to give to anybody else, because if you're pouring out of a half-filled cup or out of a deficit, this is why a lot of caregivers die before the people they taking care of.
Absolutely.
Like real talk. And so you can't give what you don't have. And if you're giving your life sustaining energy to someone else, they're basically feeding off of your life force to thrive while you are slowly killing yourself. Right?
That's that bullshit.
That's that bullshit.
That bullshit. You're right.
So I will close it out to say, you know, take a chance on yourself. whatever that looks like. 2025 is a new year. We're just in the second week of January. But if you don't do something different, it's going to be the same as it always was. So if you're doing the same thing, expecting a different result, you're silly. Here's your opportunity to do something different, whether
Right.
it's in romance, whether it's in finance, whether it's in health, wellness, well-being, whether it's in getting out of the house and trying new experiences, starting a business, closing a business, getting married, getting divorced, having babies, decided not to have kids. Whatever it is that your soul is craving, that your heart is longing for, take a chance on yourself. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain when you bet on yourself, because betting on yourself means that you give yourself an opportunity to thrive versus fueling everybody else's dreams. And then you're over here mad, broke, bitter, and disgusted because they're living their best lives. Meanwhile, you're still going without, which is most often what happens when we prioritize other people over ourselves, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I leave y'all with that. Take a chance on yourself. You've got
Yeah.
nothing to lose and everything to gain and experience when you decide to bet on you. So
Yeah,
with that,
that's what it was. It was romance, finance, or happenstance. No matter what you find
okay,
it, yeah,
fact,
that's whatever you find yourself in, make the most of it. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
fact. So with that, make sure that if you have enjoyed us tonight, if you didn't already do it, make sure that you hit that share button to tell somebody else about this video. And because I mean, if you're not, do you really like them? I mean, I'm just asking, you know. Make sure that you hit that like button on the video to help us get get noticed more. Make sure that you are subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss us when we go live, or if we have impromptu goodies that we're posting on the page. Also, lastly, to call your attention to the form link that is in the description for the video. You can click that if you want to get on the hot seat with us on camera and fill it out. Or if you want to submit anonymous questions, you can use that same form. Just don't put your email or anything on there. You can just pop your question in that box and send it to us, and we'll be sure to answer it on one of our upcoming episodes. More than anything, I want you guys to know we love you, we honor you, and we appreciate you. And we'll see y'all badasses next week. And bye.
Tuesday.